I've been trading for 7 years and have made millions of dollars through the financial markets.
I've been trading for 5 years and I've lost thousands of dollars from the financial market. You feel me? Like that's how different our intros is. Feel me?
These are the top 5 psychological tips that I wish I knew when I first started
See what
trading.
Brett said.
Number 1, strategy will not make you rich, but sticking to one will. Let me explain. A lot of people will go search up on YouTube best day trading strategy or strategy that's going to make me the most money, and they think that is going to be the key to their success. And it's true. Your edge and your probability within the market will be the key to your success. But what ends up happening is every single person will try out some random YouTube strategy that they just learned 5 minutes ago, will go apply it into the market, and then they will lose a trade. And they'll immediately think, oh, this strategy doesn't work. But that's the thing. It does work and it works for certain people, but it might not just work for you. Okay, this is the thing. You need to find a strategy that works for you, that you understand to the fullest. And once you can see consistent profitability from that strategy, you must stick to it. One of the biggest mistakes that I see beginner traders make is jumping from one strategy to another. This is the biggest killer of all unprofitable traders. When they go from one strategy, they might win a couple trades, and then the second that they lose an individual trade, they'll say, nope, this strategy doesn't work. I need to find a new one. And that's the thing. What you guys aren't understanding is there is no strategy that gives you a 100% win rate. If that was the case, then every single person on earth would be rich. What people need...
No cap. He's spitting right now. That's facts. I ain't gonna lie. Strategy hopping is something that every trader goes through, but you shouldn't be doing that for real. I definitely strategy hopped. But at one point towards this last year, I have stuck to a strategy for months and months and months on end. So, you feel me? I got over that part. I'm telling you, 5 years of doing this, I got over that strategy hopping phase.
To understand is that all your strategy does is give you a higher probability of being right than being wrong, and it gives you a higher probability of making more money when you win and making less money when you lose. That is all your strategy is, and that is all your strategy ever will be. What beginner traders think a strategy is they think it is the holy grail. They think that every single trade taken with that strategy is going to be a win. And they think that every single trade taken with that strategy should not only be a win, but should also be a big win. But the sad and honest truth about all day trading strategies is that none of them have a 100% win rate, but every single one of them are viable within the marketplace as long as they give you...
And they all got about a 50-60% win rate. That's what I think. I think they got like 50-60% win rate. So you just got to have a better risk to reward, 2 to 1 at least.
A high probability of being right more times than you're being wrong. So what does that give us? A good win rate. And helps us win more money when we win and lose less money when we end up losing trades. So what does that give us? A good risk to reward.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, all we want our strategy to do is give us 2 things: a high probability of winning more frequently than we lose, and a high probability of making more money when we win trades, and a high probability of losing less money when we lose trades. Number 2, every single trader takes losses. The profitable traders accept their losses as part of their probability. So similar to what I was talking about in number 1, where profitable traders, they understand that their strategy is not going to give them a 100% win rate, but it is going to give them probability within the market. Unprofitable traders will take a loss and see that as, I did something wrong, how can I correct it, or I need to move to another strategy. And a profitable trader sees a loss as that is adding to my probability on the losing side of my strategy as a whole. Believe it.
I ain't gonna lie, that's where being a human come into play, bruh. Most humans feel like when they take a loss, they did something wrong. Which is what, like, it's hard to get away from that, to be honest. But you feel me? Some days it's just like, that's as long as you followed everything you did, you followed your strategy, you followed your plan, and you took a L, that's a good L, WL, you feel me? Good.
Guys, you can turn profitable with any strategy in the world as long as it gives you probability within the market. The best way to find your probability is find a strategy from YouTube, whether it's my strategy or any other mentor strategy out there, and backtest it and find which one gives you a good win rate, a good risk to reward, and then understand that there are losses involved, because profitable traders, when they take losses, they know that their wins are going to end up eating those losses in the long run. So when they take losses, guess what? They accept them and they say, I'm okay with this loss. Why? Because I know over a long period of multiple trades, I am going to end up in the green. Number 3, the market does not know you and the market does not owe you anything. A lot of people, when they'll place a trade, their stop loss might get wicked out barely by the tick and then dumped straight towards their take profit, and they'll say the market is out to get me, the market is trying to stop me out, and that's why I lost, because the market hates me, or it's the market's fault. Let me tell you this. The second that I started to turn successful, not only in the markets but also in my own life, was the second that I stopped pointing fingers at every little thing that was causing me problems. The second that I started pointing the fingers at myself and realized that I was the cause and I was the root and I should be responsible for everything that goes wrong in my life or wrong in my trading, is the second that I gained the full responsibility to be able to take control over my future and to be able to take control over the outcome of my future trades.
I ain't gonna lie, if you take a loss, just charge it to the game. It's just probability. The market owes you nothing, so blame yourself. Those contradicting itself. But you can't blame nobody for real though. You gotta just take it to the chin, you feel me?
What do I mean?
Probability.
What do I mean by this? When you say it's the market's fault for why I lost, then there's no room for improvement there, because you have no control over the market. When I say my life sucks because of this person, I have no control over that person. When I say my life sucks or I lost the trade,
They contradict itself, but it's a good mindset to have. I ain't gonna lie. That's the only mindset you should have, to be honest, so that you just keep improving at the end of the day.
because it was a bad day today, or I'm unsuccessful because of my parents, or I'm unsuccessful because of all of my friends. You put the power in all of these external things' hands, and you are unable to alter them. So in turn, you are pretty much saying you will forever be unsuccessful. You will forever be unprofitable. Why? Because it's that external thing that you have no power and no control over. And then how are you going to be able to change your future? So what do I like to say? I like to say, I am the reason why I got stopped out. What can I do to improve this? Or I'm the reason why I'm sad in my own life. Or I'm the reason why I'm successful in my own life. Why? Because that gives me the power to be able to change all of those outcomes in the future. Number 4, all traders feel emotions when they are trading. The unprofitable traders are the ones that act on those emotional feelings.
real.
What do I mean by this? Every single person, including profitable traders, feel emotions when they are trading. The only difference between an unprofitable trader and a profitable trader is the profitable traders do not act on the emotions that they are feeling. If we just think overall, whenever we act on emotions, is that typically going to give us the best outcome? When have you ever been really upset and then just boom, immediately acted on it? Like, let's say I'm super mad right now at my friend and boom, I just let all of my anger out and I take a poor action by punching him in the face. Obviously, that is not a smart decision. If, however, I feel very angry, but I control my actions and I say, you know what, I'm not going to take bad actions, or I'm not going to act on these emotions, these high stress, these high level emotions that I'm feeling right now, and in turn, I'm just going to take a couple deep breaths and think about the moment, think about these emotions more cleanly, more calmly, more collectedly, and then I'm going to end up taking action based off of the data that I have, based off the data that I'm given. I'm going to make a much smarter decision. Now, let's translate this into the market. If we lose a trade and we get really upset about it, what is that emotion likely going to cause us to want to do? It's going to cause us to want to take another trade because we thought we were supposed to be right on that day. It's going to cause us to up the risk on the next trade that we take. Why? Because we were emotional about the most recent loss that we just made and we want to make that money back. All of these are bad emotional actions that we end up taking as unprofitable traders. The difference between an unprofitable trader and a profitable trader isn't the fact that they feel emotions within the market, it's the fact that the unprofitable traders actually take action on those emotions that they're feeling. So the best advice that I could give you guys as traders is think to yourself, how am I feeling right now before you end up acting? Again, think before you speak, think before you act, especially within the markets. Because we have such a strong emotional connection to money, we need to think to ourselves, is this a smart decision to make in real time? And as long as we can be more conscious of our emotions, then that is going to help us not take poor action in the future on those trades or on those emotional days that we are trading. Last but not least, number 5, stick to your plan. It was built to save you. People think that their strategy or their risk management plan is built to make them money. It's not. It's actually built to save you from taking more losses and causing you to be an unprofitable trader in the first place. Let's think about this logically. Our strategy has several different confluences that we need to wait for in order to then act. Why does our strategy have several different confluences built in? It's to save us from taking any action that could potentially cause us to take a loss. So when we say, oh, I want to wait for a liquidity sweep, followed by a break of structure, followed by a fair value gap, that strategy and that plan is built to save us from taking a loss from potentially just pressing buy right when we sweep out a low without waiting for a break of structure or without waiting for a fair value gap. Again, same thing with our risk management plan. Our risk management plan is built to save us from losing a lot of money, and it's built to save us from making emotional decisions within the market and to live to trade another day. So a lot of traders, they actually think that their plans are built to make them money. It's actually not. Your plans are built to help save your money and wait for prime opportunities to be able to execute within the market so that you guys can be profitable in the long run. Those are the top 5 tips that I wish I knew as a beginner unprofitable trader that literally would have helped me skip years of unprofitability, that would have helped me get on the right track. If you guys enjoyed this video and you guys want to see more psychology,
I ain't gonna lie. Everything he said was facts, but nothing that he said is gonna turn you profitable, to be honest. That's just how it go. That's just how the game go. Cause I know for a fact I did everything that he said. At one point I was doing everything that he said, but it's deeper than that. Like, day trading is, you feel me? That's a different ball game, bruh. 5 years. Most of the people that post about trading, they know how they make their money for real. We ain't gonna get into none of that though. This is what it is, you feel me? That's just how it go. Everybody make your money how you make your money. If you want to try day trading, try it. Put a year in, put 2 years in, do it. I put 5 in. I said it. I've been saying this the whole time. Like, I'm supposed to be rich right now, but I'm not rich yet. So, well, I am rich, just not physically yet. But yeah. So, W advice though. You feel me?